Hello everyone, and welcome back to TimeXtender Tuesdays. I'm your host, Taylor Hagan, SSP of North America, and our topic today is project documentation. Now, I have yet to meet a technical resource who enjoys creating, maintaining, and sharing documentation created by hand. Frankly, it's tedious, it's tough to integrate into a workflow, and it's prone to error. Now, beyond that, it's really a necessity for compliance and other parts of the overall workflow in a data solution that we do have documentation. We just simply can't get around it. Let's talk about some roles that may use this. Let's think first about an IT manager. Maybe somebody who's really invested in making sure production is not disrupted. They want to know what steps are going to go into this next deployment. They want to see each object. Well, TimeXtender can do that. Let's talk about Sarbanes-Oxley, HIPAA, or GDPR. Of course, TimeXtender itself is not a compliance tool. However, it does help out in a big way by showing which data is going where and who has access to it. And lastly, looking simply at just what is the overall scope of this data? What are the sources? How are things related? Data lineage, impact analysis, entity relationships. All of this is part of the automated documentation within TimeXtender. And today our very own Chris Daniels is going to show us how to use it. Chris, over to you.
Thank you, Taylor, for the warm introduction. Hello, everyone. My name is Christopher Daniels. I'm a solution specialist here at TimeXtender, and today I will be showing you documentation. So, the very first thing you want to do is click on Tools and go to Generate Project Documentation. Now, since you are here, you're able to see that you have a multitude of options. For example, choosing file type, PDF or XPS. In this instance, I will utilize PDF. Template. You are, of course, given a default template. However, if you want to go in and create a company-specific template, you can. In this instance, Worldwide Importers Purchasing Documentation, showing the documentation for creating the purchasing model. I was able to include my company's logo, USA Retailers logo. And of course, choosing between full or data impacts, including descriptions as plain text or as rich text, and attached RTF files, including project tree, and lastly, including diagrams of relations on tables. After I finish creating my template, I'm able to change my style based upon what I am trying to build out. So I can choose a different font, choose a different orientation, or apply company-specific colors to it. So let's go ahead and click OK since I see the settings are perfect. And I can go ahead and save that. And it'll automatically open as soon as it finishes generating documentation. Great. Nice quick process. So from here, you're able to go in and see that every setting that you change has applied for your template. We have our logo, we have our title of Worldwide Importers Purchasing Documentation, and our subtitle, Show the Documentation for Creating the Purchasing Model. Scrolling down, you're able to see your table of contents, and it lists everything related to your project. So let's go ahead and take a look at our modern data warehouse. As you can see, we have an icon, a server, which is localhost, since it is stored on my computer, my database, modern data warehouse, demo dev, and of course a table count, which is 9. Scrolling down, you're able to see all of your tables. In this instance, we're going to want to look at our fact table, our sales transactions. So, as you can see, you have multiple features that are shown, like your field count, your fields, index count, relation diagram to see what relations are established for this, and then of course all of your fields. As you can see here, this is a lookup field coming from sales orders for customer ID. And as you can see, the icon is different and it shows exactly how it is linked and joined. And that's on a few of these. And then you see here, we have a couple of custom fields, order amount USD and order amount euros. And of course, a conditional lookup field of value. So if you scroll down, you can see how our transformations have come to be. We have our order amount USD, which is created by multiplying quantity and unit price, and our order amount euro, which is created by multiplying quantity, unit price, and value. Moving forward, we are going to want to look at our semantic layer. We have a semantic model built up for demo cells. Scrolling down, you can see all of the tables and fields inputted into our semantic layer. Another cool feature, of course, is showing our relationships for the semantic layer. Customers, sales transactions, order date, sales transactions, product sales transactions, of course, sales transactions, and ship date. And you have here your endpoints. So we're done with that. Now let's look at project documentation. Now let's look at deployment steps. So first you would want to click on transfer environment properties. Next, you would right click on your environment and click export deployment steps. The same screen will show up, allowing you to choose different file types as well as different settings. In this instance, you're going to want to actually go in and just go ahead and click OK if you want a CSV, as I'm not able to change any settings. Save and wait for it to generate, and it'll auto open. Great. And we have our deployment steps. So as you can see, these are all steps in regards to our deferring data warehouses. What these steps are showing what items needed to be updated from the dev MVW to the production MVW. And as you can see, we are creating a whole new project in production. So once we push those environments to production, all these steps need to be deployed. Now, going back, let's say you wanted to, for example, see how this custom measure, order amount euro, was even created. Well, one thing you can do is right click on it and choose visualization and go to data lineage. From here, you're able to see the steps as to how it even began. So of course, starting with the ODX, we created a new data set for open exchange rates latest and brought that table in. And then we went ahead and brought that table into the data warehouse, as you can see here. From here, we went ahead and selected the value field from the latest table. And then we went ahead and brought that over to our sales transactions table. From there, we were able to multiply quantity, price, unit price, and value to create the order amount euro in the MVW. Then from there, we went ahead and brought that table over to, or that field over to the semantic layer. And then lastly, we created the measure, which is the sum of all. One thing you're able to do from here is print it out. And of course, share it with your team. And thank you.